Hi, we're here to show you how to change out your batteries in the Grid 1 Pedal Jeanie. This will work both on the Pedal Jeanie Junior and the standard Pedal Jeanie. Go ahead and stage your batteries, get them out, get them ready, and we'll show you which screws you need to take off of your Pedal Jeanie in order to take off the L bracket. So Dave, could you flip it and show them the screws we're talking about?
Okay, we have 4 screws. We have 4 along the back, 1, 2, 3, and 4. We have 4 screws along the top, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Perfect.
Proceed by removing the top screws first.
And you can do this even if your pedals are on the board, but if you've really got them crammed on there up near the screws, you may have to take off some pedals in order to release these screws. But I have replaced them with pedals on the board as well, if you don't have many. And now he's removing those off the back. Goes a lot faster if you have a little electric screwdriver.
Okay, next what you do is you pick up the unit from the top like this.
And there's your L bracket.
Your L bracket.
And you see the connections here. You're going to have some connections that you're going to need to know what's connected to what. So what we recommend you do at this point is stop, get out your camera, your phone, take a picture of these connections, because this will greatly make it easier when you have to put this back together.
Okay, first remove the LED connector.
LED.
Remove your battery connector here. This is for your charge. This is for your on-off switch or your start switch. And this is from your battery. And now you are ready to start replacing the batteries.
Alright, now you've got your L bracket free. You can move the pedal board out of the way. And now you're going to start taking off the batteries. There's some screws connected, and Dave will show you the fastest way to get these batteries connected.
Okay, first thing you want to do is remove the interconnect between the 2 batteries, here to here. The plus is over here on the left, and it goes to here on the negative, goes to the right battery. Remove this to here, this here to here. This is to prevent arcing when if you short the battery.
Now your batteries are free from the board, so you won't have any current going between them.
Right, correct. And then you remove the main connection here, which is nearest, which is the positive, which is nearest the battery connection, and the negative, which is nearest, which is farthest from the main connection. Then remove the batteries from the housing.
And those screws can be located underneath the unit.
Here, here.
You'll see the
here,
caution, and you'll see the size marking.
And here.
Alright, so the first thing you do after putting batteries in is you get your bracket back over the top of the batteries.
To secure the battery into spot.
And now it's easiest to thread the screw through first so you can see where it's coming up. And then you want to take your nut and just feed it a little ways to hold it on there.
Correct.
So again, feed the screw from the bottom. You can see it. Put the brace over it. Find your nut. Just top it off a little bit. You can tighten them later. You just want to get it started. There you go. Same thing on the other side. So now you got your bracket on. Next thing you're going to do is go ahead and get your nut driver again. Put it over the top so you can do then the tightening of the 4 screws.
Correct. Next, what you're going to do,
now you've got your brackets on, and they are secure. So now we're going to reconnect the batteries. First one is
the one with the fuse on it.
The one with the fuse. You'll see a cable that's got the fuse on it. In Dave's hand. First place you want to connect.
Positive.
The positive side, which is on the left side of your bracket.
And then the negative of the opposite battery.
And then to the negative. So you're going positive to negative.
On the opposite battery.
On the opposite battery.
Then
you take your interconnect cable.
Connect it to the negative of the right battery.
Negative on the right.
To positive on the left.
Positive on the left. And as you can see, as we're saying right and left, the circuit board is facing you with the L bracket on top with the 4 screws.
Right.
And that gives you your left and right markings.
Right here, you can see this. Then reconnect the battery to its battery where it says battery on the circuit board. Battery.
There it is, right on the circuit board.
Okay. Then, having the pedal genie turned upside down, reconnect all the Tyco connectors, the large 2 Tyco connectors, one from the switch, one from the battery charge circuit, and the LED. Be careful that you put them in the right order, and you put them on the right direction.
So we'll show you one at a time where they go back, but you should also have a picture that you can reference. If you're not watching the video while you're replacing this, look at the picture so you remember.
This is the way you put the battery bracket back in again, the charge sticks, right here. So this fits in here just like this, drops into spot, like this.
So you slide it in, and now you start your connections.
The burr side of the LED goes towards the flag of the Tyco connector. Same here. The burr side of the switch goes to the burr side of the Tyco connector, making sure that the switch is on the right side. Last is your
power.
This is your power connector, which is to the left.
Power connector is left to the switch.
Right. And
the
then
LED.
Then turn on your unit to make sure that it lights up.
LED is lit. You can see it through the back of the board. That's telling you the power connection's good.
And
batteries are live. And now you're going to reconnect your L bracket now that all your cables. Now be sure you don't pinch any cables when you flip this on, and Dave will show you how you flip it up.
You flip it up nearly like this.
Your cables are inside. You just roll it up and over.
Open over, making sure that it is flush against the bottom of the top, in this case of the pedal genie, and the back of the pedal genie as well.
And the back of the pedal genie, what you want to have over here is you want it over the lip. You want that lip over the top.
Correct. And you want
to make sure that that's DC plug.
barrel connector, yes, is not being pinched.
It is not being pinched.
Start with the center screws, aligning center screws here, 2 here, and then 2 on the top. That way alignment is a lot easier. Then you can move this around because you have play here. Simply do this. Now what I recommend is do the top ones thus. Do all 4 top ones after you've lined up the first one.
And notice how he left those back screws loose because it gave him some play so he can line that hole up. A lot easier than if you tighten it all the way down, you're going to have pressure and it's going to be really hard to move it. So keep it loose. Do 2 on the back, 2 on the top.
Actually 4 on the top.
And once you've got those 2, then you can finish the 4 on the top.
Correct.
And just hand screw them in. And once you got your connections there, the rest is easy. After you've hand screwed the top screws, now you go finish the back. Hand screw the rest of the screws on the back.
Making sure the wires first are not pinched, then do the top. First do the top screws, and then lastly do the back screws, starting from the center, thus. Thus, make sure it's not tight. There's no.
Make sure all your cables are free from underneath the lip.
Right, and then correct. Make sure this is all
And
good.
you may have had some pedals on top, and so just be careful. You'll notice we did disconnect all the DC from the back of the L bracket because you're going to need that free when you pull off your L bracket. So make sure you unplug all your DC plugs.
That concludes the installation of batteries for the Pedal Genie Junior and Pedal Genie Senior.